Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang in the car, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang in the car, let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. Y'all know what to do this one. Like, share, and subscribe this one, man. Let's get it. I promise you, man. The man True just was looking. True was just looking angry. He was just looking mean as on or what, dude talking crazy. He basically pushing this rap. Like, not really pushing the rap, but like he's basically pushing this at bro. You know? So I seen it, right? And then I pent all this action. I hear dude talking indirect. I see the CEO watching it. I'm like, Lord, I'm like, man, this joint crazy, man. I'm like, man, this joint wild. So Truth Sally was like this little, he was like a young boy too. But he never stayed in a cell. Like, he was one of them dudes always go to the gym, or he's having Bible study. Like, he was one of them cool dudes. He stayed out of the way. He stayed out of True way. You know, True like to gamble. He did him. True did him. You know what I mean? But he was like a little slim, little young boy. So everybody see what's going on. You know what I mean? So the CO, he pulled up on me. He seen me. He was like, hey, White, let me holler at you for a second. I was like, what? He was like, hey, man, what's going on with that young boy that just moved in here, man, cell 13? I said, man, I don't know, man. He said, man, look, he gonna blow it for y'all. He said, man, he gonna mess it up for y'all. I'm telling you, man. Like, I'm letting y'all do y'all, man. But like, it ain't about so much I can do, man. My back against the wall. I'm like, look, officer such and such, everything is good, man. Them dudes, like, sometimes I was like, it's prison. I said, sometimes dudes get to arguing. Sometimes it gets to the point where you might think it's gonna get physical, and it really don't get physical, man. I was like, but I get what you saying. I was like, look. He was like, man, I need you to holler that Truth, man. He was like, cause he ain't listening to me. Maybe he'll listen to a cool inmate. Won't you holler at him, White? I'm like, what you want me to talk to him about? I don't really talk to him. Like, we gamble. I'm like, what you want me to talk to him about? He like, no, I just want you to kind of make sure that ain't nothing gonna go down. Like, we don't need nothing going down, man. Come on, White. I'm like, man, all right, man. Look, I'm gonna holler at him, man. Like, just on the strength that I'm trying to keep the junk code aesthetic, I'll talk to him. So that's what I did. After I slid off with the CO, I chilled for a minute, looked around. I seen Truth finally emerge from cell 12. He come out. I see him walk towards like where the ice joint be at. So I walk behind him. I get behind him. I see when he looked back and saw it was me. He was like, I was like, what's up, man? What we done gambling, man? What's going on? He was like, oh, y'all trying to throw the dice again? I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, but listen though. I was like, look, True. I said, don't let dude bring you out your square, man. I said, because, you know, like dudes like him, like, you know what I mean? I have seen dudes like him. You know what I mean? Like, they not really scared of nothing, like they say. Like dudes say, like how everybody else say that I done witnessed. They really not scared of anything. Like, they're not scared of confrontation. They're not scared of weapons. They're not scared of major violence. They're not scared of nothing. But when I see that, like, I think they got a major D-wish, man. Like, they have to have a major wish that they wishing they was probably underground somewhere and never coming out, because you can't live a life like that of not caring about circumstances of stuff that you do. Now, you can not be scared, but like, come on, man. You're not living a good life by doing that, man. So like, I'm just trying to calm True down, because it can get to the point with somebody like True that got a lot of time that this thing can get real crazy. Like, it can get real crazy fast. And I don't want this from True. I didn't want that, man. So I'm like, yo, man, like, you know, bro, I was like, listen, man, I hollered at officer such and such, man. I was like, I lied. I was like, he ain't really tell me to come holler at you. I was like, but I seen y'all having a conversation, and you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that he was telling you about like kind of like how we need to just be easy, you know, and keep everything copacetic, because he letting us live, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, you right. Yeah, you right. But still though, like, you know, respect is respect. Respect come from us for the police sometimes, and respect come from inmate to inmate. You got to be able to respect people though. If you can't respect nobody, Weezy, then what else is left then? The only thing left is violence. I'm like, yeah, I know, bro. It could be violence, you know what I mean? But I'm like, what's gonna happen after the violence, though? I said, he said, man, look, man. That's why I still can't remember the numbers of time he got. He was like, man, I got 60-some years. I ain't never going home. He said, I'm gonna be in this place forever. He said, I'm already 31. He said, I'm gonna be in this place forever. I ain't going home. So I ain't letting nobody carry me. If you carry me, that's just what it is. I wanted to be like, what happened when you was a 5% game? Like, I never really got that whole story, but I let sleeping dogs lie. You know what I mean? I ain't say nothing about that. So he venting, he going in, I'm listening. I'm like, yo, look, man, everybody's trying to have a good game, man. Like, you know, he was like, look, we can gamble, but he can't come in. I'm like, yo, that's what everybody looking to throw the dice at. Is the young boy, he got the bread. He's like, oh, he can't play. We can play, but he can't play. We can play, but he can't play. So I'm like, oh, man. So like by the young boy not being able to play, y'all know that's showing, especially to the police, that it's tension. And of course, when the young boy find out that he can't play, of course he's gonna probably make a scene like he been doing already in the pod. So either way, it wasn't looking good for like the little situation that we had with the cops. You know what I mean? Not as far as with the CO dude, the cool CO dude, rather. Like it wasn't looking good. Now I didn't want to say that, but I know how stuff turned out in prison because I have been in prison long enough by now to know that like usually times like this, something is always gonna go down. Now, like I told y'all, prison is so scary. I couldn't predict what it was going to happen or what I thought probably was going to happen. I couldn't predict this thing. I just know prison is a scary place. And when it's time for violence, violence happens. So I listen to bro. I hear bro out. I'm like, man, like I do want to throw the dice some more. You know what I mean? I do want to throw some more dice. So I'm like, man, you know what, man? I was like, man, all right, man. I was like, just tell dude he can't come. He was like, man, I'll tell him in his. I was like, I'm going to tell dude. He said, I'll tell him in his face. I'll tell him in his face, Weezy, he can't come in my cell. In the dice game in my cell. I'm like, all right, man. So I go holler at the other two dudes from Richmond that be throwing the dice. Then I go holler at bro from New York that be throwing the dice. I went and holler at everybody. That's 3 players counting me. That's 4. The young boy made 5. Truth made 6. And I think it used to be somebody else in there that made 7. There's probably 7, 8 people in there at the most that I used to count, I think. So I go holler at them. And they like, yo, man, like, like for real, young boy wildin' though, man. Like, what he doing? He don't know, bro. Got all this time. We trying to have a friendly dice game. He was like, for real, man. Like, I ain't trying to see Truth get tricked up. But he was like, man, but like, young boy, reckless out the mouth. I'm like, I know, man. I was like, but he just say, dude can't come back and gamble. So I'm like, it's just gonna be us in there gambling now. I was like, y'all trying to gamble? Those dudes were like, yeah, I'm gonna throw the dice. Like, all right, bet. So I get everybody together. Everything going smooth. You know what I mean? We all meet up in Truth Cell. So we go to Truth Cell. And we start shooting dice. So we in there trying to shoot the dice. Minding our own business. You know what I mean? I'm off in the corner freaking a black. I'm like this. I'm freaking a black. The door behind me, but I'm freaking a black. I'm banging it. I'm banging it on their sink. But I got my feet on his toilet. And I'm like, I'm got my arm like this. And I'm freaking a black. And I'm like this. So I'm basically standing up. Dudes in front of me shooting dice. Dudes by the bed shooting dice. So I'm like, I'm freaking a black. I'm like, I hear a knock. But it's blending in with me freaking a black. So dudes were like, Truth was on the bed. Truth was like, that's somebody knocking. Poof. He jumped out of the bed. He was like, somebody at the door. He walking. He was like, yo. It was a dude. It looked like, I guess that he was cool with the young boy. He was like, hey, Truth, can I holler at you right quick? Truth was like, what's up? So we still gambling. Well, they still gambling. So they still gambling. I'm still freaking a black. Dude was like, hey, man. Dude, I know, man. Say you ain't trying to let him dice, True, man. Is that true? Truth was like, who you talking about? He called the young boy name. He was like, nah, he ain't welcome in my cell. He was like, why not? He was like, because he got a reckless mouth. Because his mouth too reckless. Like, what you want me to do? He got a reckless mouth. So the old head was like, man, all right, man. He was like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I told him that, you know, I'll come ask you, can you gamble? Can he gamble? So he was like, no, that's out. That's out. That's out. So I'm like, man, I'm finished freaking the black. True come back. I look at True. He was like, see, look, after me telling him he can't come in my cell, you see this? I ain't looking for trouble, Weezy. I ain't looking for trouble, man. I'm letting you know now. Keep that young boy away from me, man. I'm like, man, listen, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with that junk, man. So I continue freaking the black. I continue freaking that junk. I ain't gonna lie. I continue. Because for real, like, I don't know what the young boy was thinking. Next thing you know, we hear another knock at the door. I look, it's the young boy. He like, look, man, let me gamble, man. He went in his pocket. He was like, I got packs, man. Come on, man. What you think? We ain't gonna argue, man? He was like, I just ain't no pushover. He was like, I ain't no pushover. I ain't gonna let nobody say something. True was like, I seen like nostrils. Like I seen his nostrils flaring. It's like he was just getting angry. Young boy was like, man, what's up? What we gonna do? Everybody was like, man, let him gamble, man. Just let him gamble, man, because he bringing too much attention. People coming to the door. Nobody never really came to the door when we throwing them dice. So we like, man, just let him come in, man. So Truth was like, all right. So he let him come in. You know what I mean? We have a dice game. Young boy was on his best behavior. best behavior, man. He didn't say nothing to bro. That was crazy. He even lost. You know what I mean? So dice game came and went. You know what I mean? We was done. We locked down for the rest of the night. Now, bro said he was opening the game up early in the morning because the cool dude that I be telling y'all about, the CO dude, he's gonna be there. So he opened the dice game up early morning shot. You know what I mean? As soon as breakfast was over with, everybody, dudes get up. This was what we did back then and there. We ain't had nothing else to do but gamble right after breakfast. So he opened the dice game up early. After breakfast, all of that. You know what I mean? So we out for a while. So he opened the joint up. The cool dude working, everything copacetic in there. The young boy come back in there trying to get back his money. And then as the dice game was going good, man, the young boy came out his mouth. He threw, this what happened. He was like, I need a fader. Cause he had just hit a 7. Boom, he throw a 7. The next thing you know, he roll again. Boom, he throw 11 on the dude. So dude took 2 back-to-back head pops. Dude was like, no, somebody else fader. So he was looking for a fader. And then right before Truth, usually if it ain't no fader, the house man, y'all know, would take the fade. So right before Truth was about to take the fade, young boy was like, man, come on, man. Yeah, cause dude, he was like, yeah, cause dude a big, he's scared to play. I'm like, everybody got quiet and that John dudes was like, I tried to change the subject. I was like, yo, man, hey, look. I said, yo, what they got for lunch, man? I ain't going. They got some garbage beans over there. That John still was quiet. And then John dudes was like, yo, man, Truth was like, I got you. Come on. Go ahead. Roll the dice. Dude was like, he's standing up. He like, before he could even roll, this was in front of everybody, man. Before he could even, he was like this. He was like, before he even threw them dice, man, I just looked. I seen Truth fist coming. Truth was like, psh. Man, he hit that dude. He hit the young boy. Boom. Young boy fall over. He get him. He grab him. Boom. He get on top, man. He get on top of him, man. He like this. Boom. Just imagine, like he's so much over top of him. The man is on his back. Truth got over top of this man and put his knees kind of like all the way up by his neck. He was up close on him. He was like this. As he's hitting this man, all you see is blood just. I was like, everybody was like, oh, so I'm right there I'm trapped. They fighting right there. I'm trapped because I was freaking my black. I told you I was in around a jump by the toilet, by the sink. So I'm trapped right there. I can't even move. I'm like, I'm ready to jump over top of him. I'm like, but he just beat me. He's pounding the young boy like this. And he just punching away. So he finally stopped. When he stopped, I was like, I tried to jump over them. I tripped. Man, this is my word. I hit this bone, the funny bone. Man, I hit the funny bone on the toilet. Man, I promise you, I tried to leap over them. Boom, my elbow hit the toilet. I was like, that joint hurt. I was like, that joint hurt so bad. I was like, so I'm trying to move. Man, I get by the door finally. I squirm by the door. I get by the door. I look up, everybody trying to get out. So I look. The CO dude usually be sitting in the chair, like right there. So nobody really, the CO dude didn't notice it. The lady in the booth didn't notice it either, but dudes in the pod noticed. The dudes were looking like, oh my God, this is crazy. They fighting in the dice game. So everybody get out. But when everybody get out, everybody just kind of like standing by the joint watching it. You know what I mean? My word, man, Truth in that joint beating dude down. He's beating dude down in the joint, man. Dudes were like, you hear one dude was like, man, come on, Truth, that's enough. Truth. Boy, he's still snapping out on the young boy. Man, young boy was done, man. Young boy, when he stopped hitting young boy was like this. He was out, man. I said, man, I'm gone. I slid, y'all. I got away from that scene. You crazy? Man, I got away from that jump, man. Man, I'm looking at somebody almost getting unalived almost off punches. Man, this man was looking, he was in bad shape. I tell y'all that, man. That's how this man was looking. So I dip. I go out the pod. Dude's like, yo, what's going on? Like, man, I don't know, bro. I was like, yo, man, I see my homeboy. Like, what's up? I'm like, yo, that dude, Truth, man. Truth just punished. He punished the young boy at the dice game, man. Dude's like, what? I'm like, man, he punished him. Man, he was like, no. So everybody go look. People going to look separate times. That's how, man, this is how long this joint was going on. People going to look. Everybody like, oh my God. So after a while, I just stayed away from it. I'm away from this junk like 30, 40 minutes. So the dudes that's at the dice game, they scattered out. They moving around. Then you see the dude from Richmond, he pull up on me. He was like, hey, Weezy. He said, man, you not going to believe this shit, shawty. I said, what? He said, man, you not going to believe this, shawty. I said, what? He said, man, go look how Truth got that man. I was like, what? So now the door closed. He locked in with Truth. Truth is in there. Only person you see is his celly that's standing right there. His celly standing by Truth. Celly standing by the door like, man, come on, man. What are you doing in here, man? Man, I promise you, man. Me and my homeboy walked over there and looked because it's in cell 12. So we act like we was going by the window. We looked in the cell. And I looked, man. I seen the young boy, man. He had the young boy tied up. Man, he had him tied up, man, from like the top bunk, from the bottom of the bed. Like he had him like it was a nice joint. And he was just on the ground. And the joint was tied. It had him tied. Then he had that sheet stretched down to the young boy's feet, and that had a string on it, and that was connected to his feet. And he had the man hog tied. I said, "Oh my God!" I seen it. I was like, "I shouldn't have done this." I said, "Truth." I said, "Truth, come on, man. Let the young boy go, man." I said, "Come on, man." He was like, he came to the door. He was like, "I'm about to go to the mountains. I'm about to go to the mountains." He disrespected me for the last time. I said, "What you about to do, man?" He was like, "Man, that man threw the cut up." I said, "Oh my God." All you heard was, "I'm sorry." The cut fell. He looked back. He was like, when the cut fell, we looked. Man, I promise you, he was on top of him. The dude was on the ground, tied up. He was like this. When we looked back, he looked back. He was like, he went back. He was like, threw the cut up on us again. I was like, I'm gone, bro. I slid again. Man. I promise you, man. Next thing you know, the cool CO working. He thinking we had a good dice game. I look up. He's doing rounds. He do rounds. Bro, throw the cut up. I told you, man, the CO cool. He don't care about the cut up. He don't care about when he counting you on stand. He don't care about none of that. So I'm saying in my head, how this dude gonna escape this psychopath, man? This dude got him tied up in the joint, man. So they call lunch. A few dudes went. I ain't go because I thought the police was gonna rush. I was like, somebody gonna tell. Somebody gonna tell, man. We go to lunch, come back. Nobody told everybody in the joint. He like, stand by for outside rec. We got yard too. We going outside. Everybody like, I ain't going out, man. This junk crazy, man. Dudes were like, yo, man, listen, man, walk back there, man. They was like, yo, I think the young boy ain't breathing. Like, what? I was like, I ain't going back there. My homeboy be like, I'm going back there and look. My homeboy go back there. He stand back by the window. He look. He was like, and I seen how long he was looking. He was like, so I walked back over there. I was like, what's up? He was like, I look. Truth was sitting on his bed reading a book. He was like, he was like this. Then he grabbed his cup of coffee. He was like, then he seen us. He was like, what's up? I was like, man, go, man. I said, let him go, man. I said, Truth, let him go, man. I'm not trying to be loud. I said, let him go, Truth. He was like, look, he got up. He put his flip-flops on. He was like, he came to the door. He said, look, I ain't letting him go. He said, I'm going to beat him till he unalive. I'm going to the mountains, man. He said, he ain't even worth stabbing. I'm going to beat him till he unalive. And he went back and sat on the bed, grabbed his coffee, started drinking that junk. I look at the young boy like this. Blood right there, blood all on the floor. I'm like, man, I see, yo, man, we dip. Go see his celly. His celly sitting at the table looking like he's shocked. He don't know what to do. He's in a predicament where his celly is in there being a psychopath. Dudes was like, yo, I pull up on his celly. I was like, look, man. I said, man, look, go in there and get your celly, man. He was like, man, I'm not going in there. He was like, he got a knife. I'm not going in there. That man keep a knife, and I don't want that knife on me. He said, I'm not going back in that cell. He said, I'm not going back in that cell. Dudes were like, what? You gotta go back. He said, I'm not going back in that cell. I'm not going back in that cell. I said, you see what he did to that young boy? That young boy probably unalive in there. You see what he done? Everybody was like, I'm saying to myself too, like, I probably wouldn't go back in there either, y'all. You hear me? I wouldn't go back in there, man. That man was sitting out there reading a book. Why you got a dude tied up? First time I seen this, by the way, man. Dude tied up by his own will. Like he was just looking. The young boy was like, I was like, oh. Just seeing a young boy like that was scary, man. I'm letting y'all know now, man. Like, it's lots of scary things you will see in prison, but that's why I don't want y'all to come, man. Because this is the scary stuff, man. Like, this is the stuff behind the scenes. Like, this can happen to you, man. You got lazy officers, all this stuff going on. Nobody's gonna save you, man. Nobody will save you, man. Then, man, I'm telling you, man. So we just watching a dude, man, that's hostage, kidnapped, tied up, everything, man, for the last 4 or 5 hours. He been like that for the last 4 or 5 hours. He hasn't went to lunch. He hasn't moved. He hasn't done nothing since we was shooting dice, man. So this word, everybody looking like, man, this junk crazy, man. Everybody looking, this is bananas. This is bananas, man. So we done came back from rec. Now it's time for dinner. His roommate said he's not going back in the cell. So after dinner, they got to count. I promise you, man, I look up. So we come back from dinner. When I come back in, I look up. It's dudes over there back by the cell. You know what I mean? So dudes over there. So I see his door open. So I walk over there. My homeboy slept in cell 9. So it was kind of close to 12. So I walk over my man's cell. He was like, he said, man, you ain't gonna believe this. I said, what? He said his cellie say he about to go to the young boy cell in 13 for count. I'm like, for real, man? He was like, yeah. He was like, he said he ain't going back in there. I said, I thought he was gonna tell the police he ain't going back in there though. Like, I thought he was gonna do that. He was like, nah, he ain't gonna do that. He just gonna, like, I said, so he rather sneak in somebody else's cell? Like, what is he? He was like, man, it's either that or we gotta tell on his roommate. I said, man, that's what I was hoping he'd do, man. I said, man, then somebody gotta say to young boy. I said, man, somebody gotta say this young boy, man. Somebody got to say this young boy, man. I said, because he in there, like, that joint ain't gonna be safe. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I said, man, that joint don't even look right. I said, young boy looking like he might be unalive soon, man. You know what I mean? He was like, man, he been beating on that dude for the last 4-5 hours, man. I was like, man, I know, man. I was like, that joint crazy. I was like, his roommate going, you know what I mean? So before I know it, we was all in the cells and it was count time. The whistle blowing. Bottom tier, stand for count. Bottom tier, stand for count. I was like, dang. I was like, this is the dude, this is the young boy chance to escape this nightmare. This is the only way he's gonna escape this nightmare, man. I promise you, man. They came in the joint, counted, and I can't see it because my cell was under where they gotta go. When I looked up and seen them already on 13 through 22, they already did 1 through 12. I said in my head, how he get away with that? I was like, yo, this is wild right here. But I told y'all, the CO don't give a damn. The CO didn't give a shit. So I still want to know how he get away with this count time shit, man. Man, I promise you, they counted. They passed mail out, every damn thing. Man, this man got away with that shit, man. The man got away with that shit, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he got away with this. Was some real sinister shit. He got away with this shit, man. So immediately, as soon as the doors popped, I hauled ass down the steps of my man. I was like, yo, how the fuck he get away with that shit? Dudes was like, yo, man, go look how he got that nigga tied up. I was like, what? He was like, man, go look how that nigga go look how he got that nigga tied up. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. So I walked. I looked, I peeked around that nigga door. And I looked some more. I was like, man, this nigga had the young boy standing up, tied up from his wrist, like from the top bunk bar joint right there. He got him tied through the joint. So Sussex got the little joint with the side where you can use to tie shit up. Man, he got the man tied up, standing up. The man's legs is tied up. But I guess when they counted, he threw something like a sheet or a blanket over the little leg part. And he told him stand up. But they said he was standing beside him like this, holding him up. And the young boy just was, the young boy unconscious. The young boy knocked out almost, man. The man got passed on count time, man. The man beat him on count time, man. So as we saying that, I dip. I hear a noise like, I was like, what? Everybody was like, I was like, man, I'm not going back over there, man. I'm not walking back over there, man. I was like, man, that's about to be an unalive scene, man. Trust me, man. I know it is. Man, this is my word. Dudes went over there. Dudes was like, I see the old head light-skinned dude. He was like, his face was like, nah, don't do it. He said, nah, don't do it, Truth. He said, nah, Truth. Like, man, fuck this nigga, man. He was like, nah, don't do it, Truth. Come on, it ain't worth it, Truth. He was like, come on, man. He can't fit in that box, man. Come on, man. He can't fit. You heard me. He was like, he can't fit in that box, Truth, man. Truth, get your ass in there. You heard something like, get your ass in there. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, yo, man. That was the first time, y'all, I was in a predicament. I was like, man, should I fucking tell the police? I'm not a snitch, man. I promise you, I'll be lying if the thought didn't come through my head that something told me I need to go in my room, press the button, and let the people know that there's somebody, man, that might be unalive soon, man. The only reason I felt bad, because this was a younger dude, I ain't even gonna lie, but he kind of had it, like he brought it to himself. But still, though, man, I never witnessed nobody get tortured. I never saw this before, man. Man, this man tried to put this man in a box, man. This is my word. He's done. He's trying to put this man in a box, man. I promise you, man. So it went like this is the new shift now. So we was about to lock down for the rest of the night. For the rest of the night, man. I promise you, we was about to lock down for the rest of the night, man. The pod is quiet in church when the preacher is saying a prayer. That's how quiet the pod is, man. Because this crazy, scary movie that's going on right now, nobody was prepared for that, man. This man trying to put the man in a box. Our box is this big. I knew the young boy is skinny, man. He trying to stuff the man in a box. Shit crazy, man. My word, man. But Right before we locked down, man. Right before we locked down. And I know what y'all gonna say in the comments. No, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Shaggy, it wasn't me. It definitely wasn't me, man. But I promise y'all, right before we was about to lock down, man, you heard. Look, it's coming in the pod. You seen them, about 6 police coming in. Looked up. People ran to the joint. They when they got into the pod, they ran to cell 12. They get down there. They was like, "Hey, man, what you doing? Man, open the cell 12 up." Door open up. He's like, "Man, back up, man." You heard the noise. Like he was resisting a little bit. "Man, what's wrong with you, man? Man, next thing you know, you seen goddamn Truth coming out handcuffed. He was like, he was bucking. He was like, dude slammed him on the wall. Boom! When he slammed him on the wall, he fell. He slipped. Man, this is my word. Truth slipped, hit his head on the little joint by the shower. Boom! CO was like, "Man, what's going on? They get him." They get True up. True like, True all drunk. He done fell and hit his head on this marble floor. Man, I promise you, man, they get him up. They was like, "Man, look, lock down, man. Lock down. Lock down." Man, they locked our ass down. I promise you, they locked our dumb ass down, man. So everybody in the joint, like, everybody walking back to the joint, man. As soon as we locked down, they took goddamn Truth out immediately. Next thing you know, you seen medical, all that shit coming, man. Medical came with the stretcher. Man, they put bro on the stretcher, man. When I was seeing bro leave out on the stretcher, bro left out on the stretcher in the fetal position, man. He left out of the stretcher in a fetal position, man. Like, that, I don't know why, I don't know how, or what that man was thinking that he could fit that man in the box, man. Like, that was wild right there. He probably hurt that man back. He probably broke a leg. He probably did anything, man. Like, but he wasn't on the stretcher, like, long, man. That man left out fetal position game. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, this joint crazy, man. I promise you, right after that, they come in the joint, man. I promise they open all the doors up. But this wasn't Empire Rec. The major dude that be in the watch office, he come to the joint. He's like, "I just want to look everybody in their eyes right now. Every last one of y'all. And let all y'all know right now, y'all a bunch of goddamn cowards. That's what y'all is. If y'all let this man do this to this young kid, y'all let him do this." Somebody was like, "Man, this prison LT. I don't give a fuck about no damn prison. Y'all let this man do this shit, man. This man got all type of injuries, man. They say he was like tied up for the last 12 hours and I knew y'all knew about it." Sitting there thinking to myself, like, I wonder who helped bro. You know what I mean? I wonder who helped him, man, but nobody helped him, man. I promise you, man. That was so horrible that happened to the young boy. I never seen the young boy ever again. Of course, I never seen Truth again. They said Truth got sent to the mountains, man, for that jump. Truth went to Red Onion for that move right there, man. But that was one of the scariest moves that I saw on Susses without really, like, he could have really, like, stabbed him up. But he straight tortured the man, tied him up, and tried to fit him in his box, man. Like, scary, man. Please, y'all stay out of prison. Don't never come there, man. Like, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to stay out the way, man, because I'm letting you know now, man. All you little small, little tough little gangsters, little small frail dudes, y'all, you know the little 120 pound, like, I'm letting you know now, the predators are waiting on you, man, if you get in trouble. The predator's gonna think something sweet off the rip. I don't care where you from, a predator gonna try you, man. And I'm letting you know now, man, you get out of line with all that mouth y'all got, you gonna get stuffed in a box, man. It's not a game in there, man. Please, man, for me, y'all, for yourself, for your family, man, stay y'all ass out the way, man. Period, man. But I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all know the count, man. Be safe out here, man. Got to, man, because we ain't trying to end up in a place like that, man. So do whatever you have to do, man, to stay out the way, man. That's all I want y'all to do, man. But at the end of the day, man, turn this one up for me, man. Like, share, and subscribe. This one, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go, man. But y'all be easy, man. And stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.